Hi everyone, and welcome to the tractor channel. Today we have a Bobcat E35 excavator. Not affiliated with Bobcat. Okay, so this one starts out, it's actually a 3.5 ton excavator, and it does have a bunch of options on it. And the reason that I'm showing you this excavator is it has all the options, or most of them. That way I can actually show you them and how they work versus just tell you about them. Okay, so to start out with, let's go to the back of the machine. Of course, this is a rubber track machine, as you can see there by the rubber tracks. And when we look at the back of the machine here, it's got some interesting options that actually take this machine from a 3.5 ton to a 3.9 ton. And one of the first options, that these normally come with a 25 horsepower tier 4 diesel engine. This has got the optional 33 horsepower turbocharged diesel engine. And also, a lot of these little machines like this have a lot of power, but sometimes it doesn't do you a lot of good unless the machine has some weight to it to be able to hold to the ground with the tracks. This machine right here actually has an added counterweight, which is this part right here. This machine, the operating weight on it is almost 9,000 pounds. Which is nice because you can you don't need a full semi truck to haul it around. You can haul it around, they say, with a half-ton truck and a heavier duty trailer. The track width outside to outside is 69.7 pounds, 69.7 inches, and it will fit through a 6-foot gate. You do have to really be paying attention, but it actually will fit through a 6-foot gate. And like I said, operating weight is right around 9,000 pounds. And it's nice when you get into low access areas because it will fit through a 6-foot gate. And it is only just a hair over 8 feet tall. So that's actually pretty small in excavator terminology. Right there is your diesel fill. Holds 13.7 gallons of diesel. And if we take a look at it, this is called a zero tail swing machine. There's our counterweight right here, and as you can tell by looking down the track, it does not stick out any farther than the tracks, giving it a zero swing. So zero tail swing. Let me go ahead and I'm going to show you, like right now. If you look down the side of the track, you are within the track, of course. But I'm going to go ahead and turn the unit so you can see what it looks like with the counterweight coming out to the left side. And here's what it looks like on the side with the cab or the house turned, like if you were digging off the side of the unit. It's got, probably 2-3 inches of hang over the track there with the counterweight. Okay, let's continue on with the E35 excavator. And this model right here, of course, does have a cab on it, which is a option. It's got the performance option with the 33 horsepower turbo diesel over the 25 horsepower, and it has the cab option on it also. So this this machine does have the long arm on it. Gives you a little more digging depth. I think it digs 11.1 feet deep. It's got 18 feet of reach on it. And to start out with here, this machine does have a dozer blade, and it does have a angled dozer blade. And the reason you know it will be angled, because you can see that other chrome cylinder over there on there. And we'll get in the cab in a little bit and show you how all that works. But what it allows you is to tilt this front blade left or right for backfilling a ditch. which is real nice. Most of these little excavators also will have a backhoe swing pivot right here on the main boom, and that's what this cylinder right here is for. A lot of them you'll see actually have a foot pedal inside, and instead of moving the house or the cab, if you're in tight quarters, on this one you just have a little toggle switch on the joystick, and you can move that whole assembly, the whole boom assembly out here, like you were digging with an actual backhoe. So the cab could stay in place, and then just that whole assembly would pivot. This big arm right here is what's called the boom, and then the smaller arm is called the stick or the dipper, and of course that's the bucket. Bobcat, this is a thumb. Bobcat actually calls the thumb a clamp, if you ever see that, but it's actually pretty much what everybody else calls the thumb. This one is got some nice features on it, where there is a plate back here on the cylinder that lifts the dozer blade, as the same as the plate right here that protects the chrome on this cylinder if you were to have something in the bucket. That way it wouldn't scratch it. So kind of a neat deal, and it's nice that they do have it, is here's your auxiliary hydraulics. Now they used to be mounted up on the top there. They were kind of hard to get to, but you got 2 extra ports right here, and really, I'm sorry I said extra because they're really not extra. They're just an auxiliary port. Right now you can see it's being used by the thumb. Thumb is activated with a toggle switch inside. And right now, if we were to want to, say we mounted a hammer or a tilt bucket on here, what we would do is we'd actually hook our hammer or tilt bucket up to these auxiliary ports, and then we'd go ahead and it comes with a wrench, or you can use a crescent wrench, and you change this valve. Then the thumb would no longer work until you switched it back.